right. Good morning. Okay, so let's make our way onto our mats. And as always, with our early morning practices, we don't have all the time in the world. So just begin to arrive, closing your eyes, beginning to notice your sensations of the body, acknowledging any stiffness or tightness. Maybe this is your first practice of the day. And then tap right into your breath this morning. How are you breathing? Where are you breathing? Are you breathing in your chest and rib cage? Are you feeling a little anxious today? Are you breathing into your belly? Nice diaphragmatic breaths, knowing that these breaths keep you calm and balanced. So just spend a few moments just tapping into that rhythm of breath. Then if you'd like to set an intention for your day, an idea, a thought, a word of just how you would like to walk through your day. Maybe something you'd like to call in. And then we're going to use that as an anchor point. So at any point when you start to get distracted in your practice, you just come back to that intention. It's kind of giving your mind something to think about so that it just doesn't think about anything that it wants to. We're going to come right into child's pose this morning and just start to stretch out through the back and the hips. So for the sake of where we're going next, let's keep this a closed-kneed child's pose. And it's going to be an active one. So walk your hands to the front of your mat. Find a nice long stretch in the spine. The head can be heavy. Remember, the head is just an extension of your spine. Equally pressing down through your glutes and kind of walking your fingers away. So you're going to get a nice long spine, side body, arm. Take a couple of grounding breaths here, noticing what this feels like in the body. Has your breath shifted now that the stomach is compressed? Then you're going to tent your fingers, lift the palms and the elbows, and really begin to invite the breath to move freely up along the spine. Notice if it's met with any hindrances. And then your next conscious exhale, you're going to walk both hands over to your right, getting a nice big stretch for the left arm, the left armpit, the rib cage. Keeping your glute nice and firmly planted over your heels. Maybe you go a little bit deeper into this side body stretch. Starting to stretch out through the connective tissue, the fascia. And then you're gonna walk your hands back center on the inhale. And let the exhale carry you to the other side. So how does this side feel in comparison to the left? Do you feel a little bit more expansive, a little bit more freedom in the breath? And then coming center, we're going to lift up into a tabletop this morning. Let's take a couple rounds of cat-cow here just to start to lubricate through the vertebrae, the larger hips, or the larger joints in our hips and in our shoulders. Linking breath with movement, guys. Remember, the breath initiates the movement. So you inhale, you drop the navel, you lift the gaze. You exhale, the diaphragm lifts, the navel draws towards the spine, you drop the chin. And then coming back to a neutral tabletop, you're going to take your left foot back behind you, press the toes into the mat, and just shift your weight into that heel. Starting to wake up through the sole of your foot, your Achilles tendon, maybe your hamstring or your calf if you're feeling tight in those areas. You can pulse with the breath. You can just actively press through that heel. Remember, when you start to wake up through the bottom of the feet, it is connected. You have all these energy lines that meet at the base of your foot. that are connected to different organs or meridians throughout the body. So you're really waking up through your whole body when you're waking up through your feet. Inhale, shift your weight forward so that your shoulders are stacked over your hips, and then lift that left foot in line with the hip. So take a peek back. So proprioception. Where is your body in space? Are you kind of winging way up here? Or can you square off your hips, keep your toes towards the earth, feel a nice long spine? And then when you're ready, you'll bring the right hand in line with the right shoulder. Thumb towards the sky, your fingers are spread wide. Take an inhale and really find a sense of elongation through the body. And then as you exhale, you're going to bring the elbow to the knee and hold here. So rounding through your back and shoulders just like you do in cat pose. You're starting to engage your core, bringing your knee in towards your chest. One more breath. And then inhale, find extension. Stay for an extra breath here. Pressing through the heel, reaching with the fingers. And now we're going to move dynamically with the breath. So exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, extend. 4 more. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, extend. Keep moving. Remember, this isn't a sprint. Let the breath initiate the movement. And then next time you find yourself in extension, you're going to pause here. You can either stay here or you can bend the left knee, reach back with the right hand, and take a bind. So this is going to be a big stretch for the front of that right shoulder that we really haven't opened up yet. So only do this pose if you're feeling comfortable and warm this morning. We're here, one more breath wherever you are in this expression. Inhale, find extension, and then exhale, tabletop. We're going to sit back on our heels just for a moment. That was a lot for your left wrist. So just sit up and start to roll out your wrists. Give them a little bit of attention. Maybe you roll them in circles the other way. We'll do that on the other side. So coming back to tabletop. Taking the right foot behind you, and then just pulsing through that heel. I don't know about you guys, but my right side is always so much more tighter than my left. I can really, really feel this in my calf today. So just notice the difference. What does this pulse or this feeling compare to from the other side? And then inhale, shifting your weight forward, floating the right foot in line with the hip. Remember to keep your hips square so you're not peeling open. And it's okay to take a peek back at your foot. Proprioception. Where is your body in space? When you're feeling nice and engaged, inhale the left hand into the equation, thumb towards the sky. Take a big, long breath here. Feel a big stretch through the whole body. Start to invite that intention or that word or that thought that you'd like to invoke in your day. Invite that into your practice, and then exhale, elbow to knee, and hold and round. Keep the breath steady. If the mind is wandering, just bring it back to your intention. And then inhale, extend. 5 times. Exhale, round. Moving with the breath. 4 more rounds, guys. Starting to wake up through the body, starting to build heat. Agni, that fire of transformation. And then next time you find yourself in extension, you can pause here, or you can bend that right knee and reach back with the left hand and take the bind and that left shoulder opener. And then inhale, you extend, and exhale, tabletop. Again, we're just going to take a seat back on our heels and roll out those wrists. Checking back in with your breath here, making sure the inhales are equal. We're going to move into a downward dog this morning. So tucking your toes, lifting your feet, and making your way into down dog. Keep your knees bent. This is going to be the kindest expression for your hamstring. And let's focus on equal weight between your hands and a nice broad shoulder. Let the head be heavy. The head is an extension of the spine, and you want the energy to move effortlessly through the spine, so no hindrances. When you're ready, you can slowly start to press through your heels and come into a more active downward dog. Feel the breath as it expands at your sacrum and moves up along the spine and out through the crown of the head. Your next inhale, you're going to find that sense of expansion. And as you exhale, you're bringing your right hand to your left ankle, calf, or thigh, whichever is most comfortable for you. The gaze is under that left armpit. You're going to feel a really big stretch for the right side rib cage and right shoulder. Starting to get into some balancing poses here since we're on 3 limbs instead of 4. And this forces us to kind of face our ego here. One more big breath, deepening into the stretch. And then inhale, unwind. And exhale, take that left hand to the ankle, the calf, the thigh, whichever is the convenient and comfortable place for you. The gaze is under the right arm. And breathe into the resistance, breathe into the restriction. And then inhale, come back to downward dog. Shifting into a high plank. Pausing for a moment, really beginning to feel that heat and warmth in the body. In plank pose, it's full muscular engagement. Your whole body is active, and yet you're still nice and steady with the breath. This teaches us resilience. It teaches us how to breathe calmly when faced with challenge. So your physical body is in a challenging position, and yet you're still able to breathe freely. Couple more here. And your choice, guys, you can take a vinyasa here if you'd like, or you can simply lift your feet and come back to downward dog. Your practice, your choice. We're going to take a bend in the knees when you get back to down dog, switch the gaze, and hop, step, or float to the front of the mat. Exhale, you fold. Take an extra breath, hanging heavy, really pressing through the heels, opening up through the back body here. And then with the eyes closed and a nice soft spine, you're going to inhale and roll up to standing. Mountain pose, Tadasana. So take a moment here in mountain, really anchor in. Remember, this is like your power stance. You're rooting down through your feet, really tapping into that earth energy. Your whole body is active and enlivened. Your breath is steady. Your breath is calm and patient. Your face is relaxed. And you are preparing yourself to face a challenge. Inhale, draw the arms up overhead. Feel yourself gathering the heat. Exhale, you hinge forward as you offer something to the earth. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, take your left foot back. Runner's lunge. We're going to draw our right hand inside of our right foot. Drop your left heel, so your left foot is a 45-degree angle, and then lift the left arm. Intense side angle. It's early for this. Breathe into the tightness, breathe into the resistance. Let the body be soft here. And then your next inhale, then you find a little bit more assertion in your pose. Stay committed to the bend in that right knee. All right, your next inhalation, you're gonna lift your torso and you're gonna be a warrior two. Getting right into it this morning. So remember to anchor down through the pinky sides of your feet. Take that right knee and really open up through the inner thigh. So make sure the right knee is tracking with the right pinky toes. Wrists are in line with shoulders, shoulders over the hips. So again, proprioception. Where is your body in space? It's okay to look and check it out. Actively squeezing our thighs together. Feel yourself expansive. Feel yourself taking up space. Maybe you close the eyes and you can start to feel this sense, this energy bubble around you, your auric field or your energy body. Sometimes when we're in this pose, you can feel that subtle, this little bubble around you. One more breath here in this very powerful warrior two. Exhale, windmill both hands to the mat. Take that right foot up and back, three-legged dog. Bend the knee and peel that hip open. You can draw circles with the knee if you'd like. You can point and flex the foot if you'd like. Just whatever you need to do to open back up through that hip. And then squaring off the hips, three-legged dog. If you'd like, you can inhale to a three-legged plank and then maybe move through a vinyasa. We'll meet back in downward dog. So a couple extra breaths here in down dog. Really pressing through the heels, letting the head be heavy as you feel the breath rising along the spine and out through the crown of your head. Exhale, take a bend in the knees. Inhale, take a bend in the knees, switch the gaze. And then hop, step, or float to the front of the mat. Exhale, you fold. And then with a soft spine, you inhale, roll up to forward. Pausing in mountain pose. Checking in with yourself. How is your breath? How are you feeling physically? Remember, this is that power stance. You're preparing for challenge. You're grounding down into this present moment. You're standing your ground. Take another breath here. Feel that energy moving through you. And then on the next inhale, you draw the arms up overhead as you gather the heat in the body. Exhale, you hinge forward as you offer something to the earth. Inhale, lift to a flat back. Exhale, step that right foot back. Runner's lunge. So just a quick alignment, make sure that your left knee is on top of your left ankle, not surpassing it, and you're high on the ball of your right foot. Left hand, fingers tented inside of the left foot. So we're tenting our fingers for a couple of reasons. One, it's building strength in your wrist. Two, it's encouraging your core to engage as opposed to dumping the weight of your torso in your hand. And three, it gives us more space and extension. So inhale, lift the sternum. Exhale, lift the right arm as you drop the right heel and find yourself in this really intense side angle. So this is a big inner groin stretch, inner hip stretch. Take a few breaths. You're probably feeling the resistance here on the inside of that left groin. Invite the breath to go there. And then as you exhale, give that area permission to be soft. Using the strength of your core, you're going to inhale, lift up, warrior two. Tilt the pelvis, open up through the hips, stay committed to the bend in the left knee. Where are your hands in space? Proprioception, where are you? And then close the eyes and see if you can feel this electric charge that's literally surrounding you. Did you know that your heart gives off emits an electromagnetic pulse that can be measured with science and technology? So you actually have this energy field coming off of you. And if you really tune in, you can feel it. One more big, powerful breath here. Take up space. And then windmill both hands to the mat. Take that left foot up and back, three-legged dog. Bend the knee, peel that hip open. Take a few rounds of circles with the knee. And then you square off the hips. Maybe you move through vinyasa. Maybe you just hang out in downward dog. And then we're going to meet in a wide kneed child's pose. You could be softer here. This is more of a resting child's pose. So when our knees are wide, it allows more space for our torso to come to the earth. It allows our hearts to soften and to drop closer to the earth. And it also starts to get deeper into the energy of the hips. So you're going to feel a bigger stretch for the outer hip and a deeper stretch for the inner hip. So come back to the breath, come back to your breathing, slowing it down, and beginning to feel that weight or that gravity of the vibration or the earth vibration. So that grounding sensation of being close to the earth. Can you feel that very subtle tug of gravity pulling you closer and closer to the earth? We're going to be here a few more breaths. So if your mind is wandering, invite it to think about that intention or how you want your day to go. And then as you inhale, you're going to walk your hands back up so that your torso is upright. And we're just going to transition right onto our seat. And we're coming all the way supine. So exhale, come on all the way back, guys. We're going to take a couple rounds of bridge pose just to open up through the front of the body. So make sure your ankles are underneath of your knees. Your sacrum is pressing firmly into the back, into the mat. And with your in-breath, you're going to lift your pelvis, keep the knees squeezing in towards one another, roll your shoulders down the back. Maybe you intertwine your fingers. And you continue to lift through the front of the body. We're going to hold here for 7 breaths, feeling these charged particles of energy rising up through the front of your body. The abdomen expands, the heart expands, and this energy continues right out through the crown of your head. And then slowly you exhale, and you're going to come on back down to the mat. And we pause for just a moment and recollect ourselves. These back bends are also heart openers. And the front of your body is your giving body. So as you prepare to come into this final back bend, we're going to hold for 10 breaths. You're going to inhale, lift the pelvis, intertwine your fingers at the small of your back, roll your shoulders in, and deepen into this bridge pose. Take the first few breaths for yourself. Make sure your foundation is set and you're feeling secure. Then as you continue to breathe in, you feel that heart space expand. And each time you breathe out, I want you to offer something to the collective. So what are you offering to the collective? Are you offering patience? Are you offering joy? Are you offering abundance? What is it that you are offering? What is it that you are bringing to the collective? Is there somebody that you would like to send some of this energy to? Someone you're thinking about? And then the next exhale, you're slowly going to lower back down to the mat. I want you to let your knees knock in together and heel toe your feet wider than your hips. This is going to bring your pelvis to like a neutral state. It's going to release any tension that may be building up in the lumbar spine. You want your spine to come to neutral before you counter any back bend. So we take just a moment here in this constructive rest, and then you can hug your knees in to really counter out that deep back bend. We can take a happy baby here if you'd like to continue in that hip energy. You can rock them side to side, massaging your kidneys, massaging your adrenals. And then hugging the knees back in nice and tight. As you exhale, you're going to draw both knees over to the left. The shoulders remain on the mat. You start to feel yourself unwinding and relaxing, beginning to elongate through your exhale. Downshifting your nervous system and putting you in a state of rest. Inhale, you bring the knees center. And exhale, you take them to the other side. Still focusing on those long exhales. And if your mind is wandering, it's okay. Just gently bring it back to your intention. How do you want to walk through your day? Inhale, we're coming center. And then exhaling, coming into your expression of Shavasana. Tapping back into those elongated exhales and allowing your body to just simply rest. It's okay if your mind is wandering this morning. Just give it some direction. Allow yourself to daydream. How do you want your day to go? Paint it out for yourself. You are in control of your thoughts. You get to choose. And I invite you to have a little daydream right now. Then you're welcome to stay here in this relaxed state for as long as you like. This is your practice. And so when you're ready, bring yourself back to this present moment. Observe the body lying in stillness, peaceful and serene. Feel the rhythm of the breath. The vibration of your heartbeat. Can you feel that subtle energy body? Beginning to invite gentle movement back into your fingers and your toes, and rock your head from side to side. And eventually, when you're ready, you'll come back up to a comfortable seat. Bring your hands together in a sign of gratitude. For just another moment, bring forward that intention or that feeling, that the way that you want your day to go. Really anchor that into your being. And and in honor of all that you are. Namaste.